Lascan Corla. Last week at Leaders' Questions, Micheál Martin was outraged when I suggested that it is a policy choice by the government to put more than 1,000 people seeking asylum onto the streets. But over the weekend we got definitive proof that it is a very, very cruel policy choice. On Friday, when the snow came down and the tents collapsed, the government came under pressure and beds were found for people. They were told that they would have beds for 2 nights, but they didn't get that. The very next morning, they were kicked out of empty facilities where there are thousands of beds, children kicked out onto the streets, not given any transport back into town despite a promise, forced to walk back into town where they found that many of their tents, sleeping bags were gone in some cases, or in other cases were absolutely soaking. It is ordinary Irish people who are out there helping them at the moment, in a desperate situation on our streets while the state has abandoned them. Minister, will the government abandon this cruel policy? Nobody, no Irish person, no Ukrainian person, no Afghan person or anywhere else should be on the streets.
Minister to respond.
Very much, Lascan Corla. Deputy, there are not thousands of beds available. I wish there were, because if there were, we wouldn't be in a position where people are being left unaccommodated. It's an extremely serious situation in terms right now where there are 1,100 people unaccommodated. We have, over the weekend, we were able to provide a very basic, a very emergency short-term response to about 150 individuals over the course of the 2 days, but that wasn't a sustainable housing solution, and I think everyone recognises that. My department continues to work to try and secure additional accommodation for families and also for male applicants, but there aren't spare beds available. If there were, people wouldn't be left unaccommodated.